Speed. I don't you shall speak. You know I speak in Japanese. I have my ears designed me that you got some things to hold you back. All we need is everything we had tomorrow. We'll be fine, girl. What right now? Yes, something, darling. Mm, darling. Oh, mm, 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 mm. No, 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 no. What the fuck am I losing? Ow. Yeah, buddy. Yo, Waggle, what's good? This shit is loud as fuck, actually. Waggle, what's good? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, fuck, brother. You're not quitting again. You're not quitting again. Let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know. Okay, once you collect salary, you leave them alone, Abby. I think it's better like that, safe. On God. But I've just been reasoning, eh? Qatar has really ruined, streaming for all Nigerian streamers. If you reason it deeply, bro. This nigga has really, really destroyed streaming. Hold on, let me see if I can turn this up a bit. The guy has raised the bar way too high, like you don't understand. And unfortunately, and that thing is really going to affect a lot of Nigerian streamers. He has really ruined streaming for everybody, bro. Hold on, let me stop off this for a sec. Thing has destroyed it. Niggas, the ones that collect salary, I'll leave their demonic work. Oh my days. I know the sad thing about this piece is that he's going to fall off, right? And if he falls off in the next few months, almost streaming as a whole in Nigeria is finished. And it's as in like technically the fall off has already even started because nah. I don't even know if pigeon. Where can I find pigeon in English? Okay, pigeon English was the second song. Issues I admit that. Yo, Topsy, what's good? Um, yeah, that's the sad thing. Kata is already falling off because I think his last few streams are like what 3,000 people, 3,000 compared to at his peak of 80,000. Do you know what 80,000 people are in your stream? 80,000 people, bro. Um, that's ridiculous numbers. Ridiculous numbers. And once that guy falls off completely, if he does so in, let's say, the next 6 months, like people stop tuning into his streams, as in he stops pulling in numbers in the thousands. He's now bringing in like 200, 500. Once that happens, bro, streaming in Nigeria is finished. Streaming in Nigeria is completely finished, bro. Like there's almost nothing that the upcoming guys will do. And I mean streaming on Twitch, not on TikTok. Because, regardless, because Kata at his peak, he's met all the big celebrities, he's met um all big like, even all them Kai Sanats, Ray, Reggie, all of them. He's met all the big streamers, met all the big celebrities, met all the big musicians. So what next? And the way Kata does his streams is that um the previous stream should not be as good as the next stream, if that makes sense. Or the next stream has to be better than the previous stream. Yeah, that's a better way to phrase it. The next stream has to be better than the previous stream. So I think he's done everything. He's done literally everything. And Kata's whole vibe of streaming is more like is more chaos oriented, if that makes sense, right? So everything he has to do has to have some, would I say, clippable moments, like point fire on the floor. Like what more? What else can you to do that tops? Exactly, bro. Once he streams with somebody like Wizkid or um he flies to America and streams with like the AMP house or something like that. Do you know that thing that you can start doing is maybe bringing footballers or something like that, and eventually footballers are not that interesting of people. You understand? Footballers, who doesn't want to bring Osimhen? Who does he want to bring realistically? Which footballer has a personality? Which Nigerian footballer has a personality like that? First of all, AMP won't even agree. In fact, AMP is basically shattered now. Exactly. No, Qatar has level, oh, surprisingly. Qatar get level. Like, weirdly enough, in the whole international space, Qatar has level. But he hasn't reached the level of fame where he can command respect. Because he streams exactly. He's not it's like saying what's this that boy, that Kaisena's prodigy, Rakai. It's like saying Rakai commands authority. Rakai doesn't. Shanks, but unfortunately, Shanks is not even paying attention to the streaming scene like that. I think after the whole streamer university that Shanks went for, he just let his streaming prowess die. If I was Shanks, I would have doubled down on streaming because streaming actually pays more than YouTube and the whole lot combined. If you know what you're doing, if you know what you're doing. Kata really, 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 really messed it up for himself when it comes to that regard. He said the only person that can beat Kata is Shanks. Realistically, though, realistically, chill. Let me post on my IG that I'm live right now. By the way, we've officially crossed 500K views on IG. Somebody say Merlin. Somebody say Merlin. No, that trend is so fucking funny, bro. Bolo, have you seen that trend? Exactly, bro. Shanks doesn't really care about the streaming peak. Shanks doesn't really care about. You see nobody saying Merlin your papa. No, but that trend is so fucking funny, yeah. See, yeah, I've not even really been a fan of social media like that. The only reason why I'm still, would I say, heavy on the social media piece just because I stream, literally. If not, almost nothing really send me with this social media. I mean, like, I don't really give a fuck, bro. If I really thinking about it, bro, because I'm not really sending anybody about like that. You see, I remember my prime. Which prime, bro? Please, bedbug. What do you mean bedbug? And Bolu, like I was saying, with Kata and Shanks and everybody, right? The streaming scene has changed from what it used to be. If you're into streaming way before this whole stuff started blowing up like mad, it's more it was more so connecting with your community than actually being extremely entertaining. You understand? It was more so connecting with your community than just doing ball fire everywhere, bro. Although that is entertaining and that's why they are blowing up, but that's not the whole point of streaming. Streaming was just, oh, I have a little community of like 500 people, all of us are chilling. Nobody to the pour water everywhere, pour fire. What has Kata not done, bro? What has Kata not done? You're meant
Marty's
to
is
bring
legendary.
Avatar. Oh. Yo, Odyssey, yo, thanks for the follow. You're meant to bring Avatar on top stream, bro, because I don't know what else Kata can do realistically. That that guy brought keke, he has brought goats, he has brought firebenders. What else? What else? No, like realistically, bro, what else can you do? Only he, bro, bro. I don't even know again, oh. I don't know, bro. Yesterday, I feel like somebody botted my stream because I can't explain how. Yo, what is he? Thanks for the posture check. Ah, God, my back is actually paining me, but I don't even understand how I had 400 views on stream yesterday. I was so dumbfounded, and I'm very, very sure somebody was trolling me and they botted my streams because initially, the vibe of bro 400, and my my brain nearly blew. But just to find out that nobody was chatting the whole time, nobody was doing anything the whole time. So I was just like, yeah, nah, fuck. Yeah, somebody's playing a very evil prank on me and I hate this shit, bro. And initially, I thought it was you, Waga. I thought it was you, but when I didn't see you on the live again, I was like, yeah, they do me strong thing. But yeah, like I was saying, bro, streaming just used to be about connecting. Jesus. Streaming just used to be about connecting with your community and actually just having a vibe, like chilling. Like we can be playing game, bro. I can even That's what I'm even going to do, Seth. I think sometime this week I want to start playing FIFA with you guys. Man, the trash all of now. Man, sure you say man, not really get level like that. But yeah, just play FIFA, have fun. You guys chill, not all this crazy. Because okay, so now if you are doing every stream has to be crazy, everything has to be crazy. Now, what else? What else would you do when you've reached the peak? What else? It's same me we are the face life. How I will get time for brag. On what life has been battering niggas left, right, center, bro. Like heavy, 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 heavy. And unfortunately, he's setting the wrong blueprint for upcoming streamers, which is do crazy stuff, do more and more crazy. Is it until somebody lands in prison? Say please, if you are in school, try your if you are in school, try your best not to graduate. See, my advice to anybody that is going to school now, if you have the opportunity, and I'm not saying do it all, but if you have the opportunity to, and you are well, you have a plan for what you want to do with your life, bro, leave school. Imagine Nigeria is graduating almost 1 million graduates this year. People from 5 years ago, they don't get work. Oh. They, first class graduates from 5 years ago no get work. Talk less of you that are studying animal husbandry. 5 years, 5 years in school for animal husbandry. Omo, no joy. Better collect your feeding money, collect your school fees. That's if you have a plan. Don't go and do this if you don't have plan, oh, because you will just waste your life even more. You will go and waste your school fees on sporty bets or something. There are better things in life than that. On God. So, if you know you have a plan for your life and you've already actually, you are serious with your plan, you're not going to falter. Leave school. School is not the best of ideas right now, bro. If we're not lying, it's a what's better than sporty bets. Ah, God, don't even get me started on Nigeria, babe. I'm still talking about streamers. And you know, for example, now, when I was in secondary school, funny enough, I used to be in a dancing crew. I think it was me, Oladile, Kuforiji, um, Neme, but Bada was not really passed, but I fuck that guy self. Wait, me, Oladile, Kuforiji, Folari, uh, Chudiobi, weirdly enough, Neme. We were plenty. We're like 10 niggas, bro. We're dancing. We're dancing our ass off, bro. The difference between that dance then and that dance now is that, first of all, guy, I've added like 20 kg, so my body is stiff. Secondly, it was all this AO and TO, bro. You don't do reverse before, you know. Guy, 2016 was the best time to be alive. I can't even. Well, for my own generation, sha, I don't know about all these other niggas. Guy, you do reverse. Mm. Guy, oh, crazy shit like this. No, I can't even stop laughing, bro. Guy, and that was practically what fucked us up as a dance crew. When you are trying to continuously find a better alternative, because you know when okay, so if you guys remember, hold on, let me move this chair back. Ew, even this my camera not even today like that, but no Allah. So if you guys remember, it was like this: one, two, three, four, one. Then you will now reverse back. Then we now started doing stupid things. Then you now be like, okay, when you do like this, you now squat down, reverse it, squat. Stupid. Like, wait, we're looking for any reason. Any reason to, I've done things, oh, any reason to blow, bro. Yeah, we'll do reverse, do, just for, say they eventually kicked me out of that group, Sha. He eventually kicked me out. Then there was this what's it called? Pin drop. You will do pin drop, do reverse. You will now do one that you will almost like that, bro. Since they if I do pin drop now, my knee feel bust. Oh god. And sadly, a lot of, well, not sadly, but a lot of secondary schools had that, especially boarding schools had that same experience of, oh, there was a dancing crew. Like everybody lived the same life in Nigeria in that 2016, bro. Nobody's life was different, bro. In our own generation, shower. I don't know about this other niggas. That's what causes fall off, bro. When you are always trying to outdo, omo, what's wrong with the normal one you're doing? Just do it to a different song, bro. No, we'll do different song, we'll do different moves. The different moves have to be better than the last move so that the crowd will shout, hey! After here, everybody go to a stay. They don't forget. No, I'll have to like message Oladele and see if he has any of those old videos so that I'll put in the Discord. Oh god. I swear to God. Actually, let me go and get water. Well, thanks for that. Let me go and get water. So you shall understand what I'm saying that almost like I don't know why everything has to be better than the last. Everything has to be upgraded. You know, every time. Like there's just no time to chill, bro. You just guys the do. Then when you now reach one part that you are burnt out, where to come up with an idea now is a problem. So you can't even think of the next way forward. And I think that's why Apple is so genius with what they do. Maybe everybody's complaining. This thing doesn't used to change every year. It doesn't used to change every year. But you will still buy it. They say, oh, they rearrange the camera. Will you not still buy the phone? You still buy the phone now. Is it not the same Apple that niggas die for every year? Oh, iPhone 17 is coming out. Bro, let me buy the latest iPhone, bro. But what changed really? Nothing, bro. Software. Auto software that you had before, they just so last year the search bar was up, now the search bar is down. That's the difference. And now you pay another 1,000 something dollars to buy phone that is not any more difference than the last. That's why life is fucked though. If I think that's why I'm beginning to understand all this P now, and I'm beginning to calm down because see, okay, now see, my best month in streaming was August, and in August we had plans of every day a crazy new stream. So it was confessions to um game show to dating show to bro like and you know all these things they cost. Now let me give you what the difference is. It's not only iPhone, oh, Samsung does it as well. Bro, every major company that understands that human beings they're not really sane like that. They just want new. They want new. So if your new is not that different, they will just the fact that is new. You understand? That's why they will buy it. Not because anything is really not because anything really changed like that. So well, let me see if I can actually have my music that's playing right here play in the background. Uh no. Say sleep don't they catch you? Now only you did the live also. We got converse. We got communicate, my bro. But yeah, like I was saying, bro, like it's people don't understand the fact that new things are not that new. The fact that you have an iPhone, why is there a streak of lights on my camera? The fact that you have an iPhone that came out this year, like put an iPhone 16 and iPhone 17 together, open an app. Like the difference is as in like milliseconds, bro. So what's the hype of all of it? What is the actual hype of all of it? And that's what fucked up the dancing crew that I was in. That's what fucked up streaming. That August was such a beautiful month for me for streaming. Like you have no idea. August last year. Ah, bro, you should have been there. I swear to God, you should have been there. In August, we had the dating show. We had the Discord confessions. We had the game show Haunting. We had Call of Duty montage. We had Simon Says, even though the Simon Says fucked up, but we had that one. Like it was just back to back to back madness. But That kind of back to back to back burns you out so fast. Like you will now get to a point where you are thinking of the next thing and you have done almost everything. That if you do something that is similar, so you can't even do something similar. So if I do dating show, I can't have another show where I have a chick on stream with me because it's so similar that you now be like it will be redundant if I do this. So I have to do something crazier. The next thing you know, you're like all the other regular streamers that are bringing BBL bandits on your stream and whatnot. What next? What's next? So now I'm taking it slower and I'm understanding the whole thing better. That opposed to doing a crazy stream every day, if you do one a week, that's good enough, bro. And if anybody doesn't really send, it's not your business, bro. You are doing your own pee. And if you don't want to do, if you are doing it for the views alone, now you go lose. Oh, oh God, oh God. Because imagine now, in August, on average, we're bringing in about 30 viewers every day. And on the peak, we had like 80 or 90, bro. Even there was a stream we had 100 and something. Then, and that's why all these niggas they be committing suicide for no reason. Because now you've lived the high life, you lived the fast life, you've lived everything. Then when your high comes down, because you can't obviously stay at the top forever, right? So when your high eventually comes down, you can't fathom that you are not in the life you used to be anymore. Imagine you driving Lamborghini, bro. Yeah, you have Ferrari. You are in Dubai today. You are in Costa Rica tomorrow. Next week you are in Seychelles. Next week you are back in America. Then you are begging your fellow nigga for $5. Say, bro, I never chop since, bro. Just help him out. Really? Then you at that point, life feels redundant. Like, what next? And it's taking me a long time to understand that, but I finally understand it now. But regardless, secondary school was crazy. Oh. Just even thinking about those dance groupie. No? Am I doing motivation? Ah, not really. I'm also saying that chasing no, not chasing fast life, but chasing concurrent. Like for example, now streaming now looks like everything must be crazy. Like everything must be like not crazy as in it's hype, but crazy as you are a mental human, you are a crazy person. Like um, no, like look at all these people that imagine some was streaming now and I just start pouring fire on this floor. As in I bring kerosene, as in I light the floor on fire. That's what somebody has done in their real life stream. Kata not once, so as he brought firebender, all those people that they will put this in their mouth. The guy now, I think he made it whether he made mistake or something. He drank too much fire, so fire everywhere. No, but it was intentional, so that because everybody's span is short, or what's it called now? So yeah, every second there must be a more interesting thing that happened than the previous second. Now everybody must drink. Now, so me, I should go and start drinking fire. Snowbending. Nah. You use it, you're a mad person. You say snowbending. She be like, no snow outside. We're gonna be learning now. Guy, I can't even. Hey, Bolu, I wanted to say, you stay in the corridor, Abby, right? Do you know BMJS? Babin College Junior Seminary. Do you know Babin College Junior Seminary? Guy, BMJS was when I say is a destructive school, bro. That school is not fucking normal though. That school is not fucking normal. If you know anybody that is going to that school, go and beg their parents that they should remove their child though. Well, now it most likely will be different, but the things we've seen there and then, bro. First of all, when I first entered that school, you know when they say seniors were men, you will not understand. Like you won't get it when they say seniors were men. Look, I can bet my life that some of these niggas had 4 kids. They were in SS1. They had 4. If you see them, bro, like their face was strong for no reason. I'm sure, like they just used to fill in bricklayers and all these cement niggas. Like, hold on. Weirdly enough, there's some people. I don't know if I put the what's it called, the chat on only wait, chill. Fuck. But anyways, guy, when you see the guys that were in that school, bro, you and coming into that school first of all, I can even that first night as I entered the school, bro, the first beat. If I see that hostel manager today, bro, me, I've started remembering all the things they've been doing to me in the past. Oh, if I see that hostel manager to me today, oh God, is on site or Debris, whatever that guy's name is, on site. The first night they use me to do after they beat me finish, then they say do this rubbish. Hold on God, hold on. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, have you ever done this punishment? Have you ever done this people? If you do that, people, you will nearly die. That's they tell you to do it for 1 hour. Kind of punishments that they used to give people, bro. Ah, no. If it's not that one, people that think that kneeling down, like you kneel down and your hands up, bro, you think that thing is fun, bro. Your kneecap hasn't like disintegrated before on that punishment. That's why if it's not that one, they'll tell you to do plank for almost 1 hour. And if you lose stance, they will use stick, better stick to wipe the back of your neck like this, or your back, or like your calf, bro. Crazy things like this, bro. Inhumane shit like this. Then you will not start hearing stories like, oh, guy, have you seen this senior that when they went to field, it was raining, the field was wet. That senior Jabans, he was just angry that the field was wet, so he picked one corner of the field and flapped the field dry. I wish I gotta explain what that field looks like, bro. That field could comfortably park. I'm not even exaggerating, like 500 cars. Imagine a secondary school that has over 2,000 students into. Nigga, some universities don't even get level like that. Over 2,000 students. Actually, could comfortably. They say senior was angry and he flapped it. I say, God, I beg. These are the kind of stories you're hearing about seniors you're entering school. then one senior will not call you and tell you that, oh, take this 15 naira, bro. Go and buy me bread, buy me gala, buy me two Fanta, bring back change. Like all these kind of you like is there everywhere blur. That's the true definition, bro. Because you can't talk back. If not, they will beat you. You can't go and report. If not, they will find you after and they will beat you. They can even find your hostel manager and beat your hostel manager, then they come and find you and beat you. They put criminals as seniors for us. Then, then, what's it called? You don't have some other people like, fuck. This guy that they said was strongest in school. I've forgotten the guy's name. Say, oh, the guy bent metal. I don't know, say we get a real life iron benders. Oh. Like tough, they learn walk. Tough in Avatar, this learning walk near these guys. Then if it's not that one, they will gonna tell you, Alpha, gonna look for Senior Tarantula. Senior who? Senior Tarantula. Who is Senior Tarantula? Don't worry, just go to art class, go down. And when I tell you art class was far, that thing was like maybe 1 kilometer away from science school. Because senior school was split into two. In fact, sir, let me just give you like a small layout of the school. The school was divided into like 4 sections. So section one was where the hostel was. Okay, like 5 sections actually. Section one was where hostels were. For let's say like boys hostel. Then there was junior school. So that's from like GS1 to GS3. They had their own section. Then there was art class. So that's like senior school, but for the art class students only. Art and commercial. So them they had their own. So SS1 to SS3, art and commercial had their own section. Then science school, that's science and technology and whatnot, had their own section. Right? Then girls hostel, so like 5 sections in total. So they will not tell you, and this when I say that school is big, like it's like I'll tell you the distance between art class and science class was like 1 kilometer at least. How person want to fat in school like that? Your parents will come back and, and your parents will come back and they'll be asking you, oh, you're slimming down. Oh. They are really teaching you things that when they are beating you, like seniors are beating you, teachers are beating you. If you know say if your mates are beating you, you are walking almost 1 kilometer every day. Cheesy, it's calm, it's calm. Almost, but that school was massive. Then they will come tell you, okay, go and find Senior Tarantula. Tell him that we're looking for him in art class. You, as GS1 students, you will come carry your short liquor, bro. You, you will have dressed up. You will call the Wakago. They go. You check. You reach art school. And it's as if all the seniors had hive mind. So once you mention that, oh, I'm a senior, sorry, please, and you guys address them as senior, they not born you well. Me, you know, address them as senior. They first say, okay, senior, please, I'm looking for Senior Tarantula. They'll first laugh. Ah, they'll come call their guys. Hey, come, he's looking for senior. As for Mudoland, they'll come call their guys. Say, oh, please, this guy is looking for senior. They say, ah, he just left here now. He's going back to science school. Chase him down. You're going to walk back 1 kilometer again. go and fight in your tarantula in science school. It's almost that school. That school now wicked school, bro. Okay, let's leave that one aside. And they would have sent you like 3 or 4 times, so you would have done like in one day, like 4 kilometers. You would do one, two, throw, two, throw, two, throw. Your head will correct by the end of the day. Then after that, they will still come bully you. They can come and collect your child in dining hall. Like, how would somebody lose weight in that school? Please tell me how. When it was not even bullying, if you look at it, bro. That was straight up abuse. I don't know what else to describe it as. Because after they do all that one to you, then as they are still doing it to you, one senior can come and tell you that, oh, Alpha, collect this 100 naira, bro. Go buy me like 5 gala, buy me 2 bread, buy me Fanta, bring change back. If I say add extra, go and buy this guy, maybe buy him like 5 nights or yogurt or something, bring back change. Why you are looking for senior tarantula? Abishi, Abishi that way there. Ah, no, but it wasn't all bad. Let me not over exaggerate it and say the school lifestyle was all bad. It wasn't all bad. Well, that's when you are climbing the ranks, so not as a GS1 student, so because as a GS1 student, bro, the kind of suffer you first suffer. See, you come body in school, especially especially if you like. How do I want to explain this? If you are like tush, I can't say class because there were guys that had class that were not bullied. But if you are tush, now you go suffer pass. They will first lynch your provision. Then you now and you not cry back and say, "Oh, mommy, they're taking my provision." Who do you want to cry to? Ooh, the best thing that can happen for you in a boarding school as a JS1 student is just pray that you have an elder sibling that is not evil. If you have especially as a boy, if you have a senior brother that is wicked, and your senior brother is known for wickedness, ah, you don't finish, oh. Let your brother just graduate first. You would have finished. Everyone have mates. Your own is done for, bro. Cheesy Alpha, I'm not even talking again now. But anyways, yeah, just having another brother can be a blessing and a curse in a what's it called, in a boarding school. Because if you have a brother that is loved, the kind of love you will get back is crazy. But if you have a brother that is wicked, the kind of wickedness you will get back, bro. You know where karma works the hardest in boarding schools, bro. Because it's what you God. And unfortunately, it's not your brother that received it, it's you. Luckily, the brother again not really get level like that for that school. Well, you don't really get level, so it wasn't really. Would I say this? It was just quiet, like yeah, cheesy. I'm talking about my secondary school, bro. Around was just quiet, so you know really they disturb anybody. And the few guys that knew him, they be like, so you don't really get and but me self, I know it's to hear. You know when they say somebody is just wayward. I mean, I be dey find friends. See, that's another thing, bro. I be dey find friends. You know, especially unfortunately it was worse for me because I was used to staying around my brother and everything. So I was more comfortable with older people. So I was always going to his hostel. And that's another thing that used to give OT. This when you're in GS1 now and you're entering senior school hostel. You're entering there and you're not entering for beating. At least give OT. Guy, that thing used to give OT like mad. Like a bastard, bro. It was today's stream. Oh, okay, story time. That's the name of the stream. So you just be reasoning some kind of things that were going on back then, and it was just like crazy. But another good thing was that, Omo, if you could play sports, you could run, you could play basketball, you could play football. Omo, your OT level has just doubled from day one. Your OT level would increase so much that even teacher herself go know you. Especially if you are very good, bro. Then let's say now there's not like would I say junior school versus senior school match, and you now play very very good, bro. The whole school knows your name. The whole school knows your name, bro. Yeah, I don't know how many of you went to boarding school, but my experience in boarding school was very fucking crazy. Another thing that a lot of people don't even say is how much, you know, a lot of teachers and shit were pedophiles in that school. And we all knew it, we just didn't know how much, how bad it was. Understand? Come on, the kind of stories catch teachers doing some very obnoxious. Epstein, they learn work near some of these teachers, bro. Even what's this brigade guy name? Thank God I never even joined that PSF. Boys Brigade. Imagine Oloko Dano. Yeah, that's the guy's name. How your name be your real name be Oloko Dano? I mean, I don't have issue calling out any of these or any of these guys because I really want to see what you want to do to me on at this point of my life that has not happened yet. You understand? I really want to see what wants to happen. But the kind of shit they caught that guy doing, it should have been enough to say, okay, let's lock down this school, bro. You don't do. Honestly, honestly, it's madness. But anyways, that's that one's business. I not really saying. Another crazy thing that happened in that school. Hold on, let me see if I can find it on the internet first. Hold on, let me see if I can find it on the internet first. Um, Harrington, Macaulay, Junior, Sammy. Wait, hold on. I don't even think the my screen is showing. Can you guys see my screen? No, not this. Kidnap. Bro, this shit was on BBC. No, this is not it. Hold on. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Nigga, they kidnap people from that school, bro. This was in 2016, though. 2016. Several news articles. Ew. You know how many songs I don't wrote in my whole life. After you say no get the time we be say then go telling me no and I fight for my own right. See? Right, my school was dog eat dog or fucking dog eat dog. Our school was not for the faint of heart, so I kid you not, my guy. It really wasn't. How scary some stuff that used to go on in our school was. Then I think there was a time we found shrine in the school. There was a time that what's it called? They caught like 3 or 4 teachers that were doing all these calabash kind of things. I wouldn't say ritual because I never saw that, but they had like all this, like red cloth inside this thing, inside calabash. I had all those yada yada yada, you know. Then imagine you enter JS1, somebody says, "Oh, I woke up in the night. I saw Michael Jackson dancing on the fan." Or kind of stories, bro. Or they will be like, "Oh, I was going to use the toilet in the night. Then I saw one demon. The demon was choking my neck. Then an angel came." These were the stories that were passing around in JS1, bro. Say, oh no. Then, weirdly enough, because the school is in somewhat of like a jungle, the rain there was just something else, bro. And when it rains heavily enough, like the school loses power. So everywhere becomes dark. So everywhere goes into chaos, first of all. Then it's as if like lightning used to amplify when it becomes dark. Then you will not see the ones in the side, you will not say, oh, rapture is coming, guy. When rapture is coming, some people will be crying. Oh, their asthma patients will faint. The Russians were like, when I say that she was a movie, so asthma patients will faint. Teachers will not start doing anyhow. Say, go enter your class back. Guy, there was just fear being passed around, bro, for no reason. Wait, hold on. You trying to get yeah. Mm. Mhm. No, I'm just saying. I can't even remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, well, my phone no break. Oh, I don't really get it. Ha, I beg you. That school. You know anybody in that school, bro? I advise you, eh? Well, maybe it has changed, because right before I left, they changed principal. And that guy's a mental case, bro. What was his name, bro? I can't even remember. That guy's just deranged. But imagine. And I think when this happened, I was in either GS3 or SS1. I can't really remember. But even the whole night that this thing happened, I can remember it clearly. because so they also was like film trick first of all. So wait, it was doing like night prep, and to those of you who don't know what night prep is, it's like it's not night class, but it's like when everybody they will just carry you to class to go and read, basically. Make everybody read, which is mad, stupid, and dumb. Because what if I can't? Like, I don't want they don't understand it. And when somebody sleeps, they will forcefully wake you up too. We had morning prep, afternoon prep, and need 3 times to read in one day. Even at bedtime, I'm not even to read like that. You just force me to read, and I should understand what I'm reading. I'll just open book in my front and somehow assimilate everything. But anyways, it was during night prep. I think everybody it was just regular, you know. Then Pablo was how do I explain it? Pablo was like head of hostel managers. He's ex-military. So out of all the hostel managers, he had the most authority, so to say, and he was like the most respected because he was aside being ex-military, he was a very calm-headed person. And when he needed to like mess you up, he could, and he showed that he could because there was this one guy that used to behave anyhow, and I as in I, as of then, Pablo was like maybe 50 something. Imagine almost they broke the boy's hand, almost beating a boy to like coma. That's how strong that man was at 50. So imagine what that guy should have been before I entered the school. And rightfully so, because imagine the kind of men that they had as seniors, bro. You bring bricklayer into school as senior. It has to be some authority figure or something now. But anyways, so that night it was just calm. Then next thing we heard was pow, 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 like gunshots in the air. Everybody first, as in like we didn't understand it was gunshots because most people as of then hadn't heard gunshots ever. Say bow, bow, bow. Everybody's commotion. Everybody say what's that sound? What's that sound? Everybody wants to look outside the window. Then we now first heard uh everybody on the floor, lie down. Everybody down, lie down. So as of when we peeked through the window, we saw like there was a bus. Am I? Yeah, there was this like small Kurupe bus now, all those short buses. There was like a bus. Then there were like 4 or 5 guys. There were more eventually. If you can see, there's 5 here, but there were more eventually. I think some of them escaped or whatever. But anyways, um, there were 4 guys or 5 guys that came down from the bus. One of them was holding a rifle, and I guess that's the guy that shot in the air. The rest were holding pistols. Then one of them had like a jar, and it was after the whole thing that we found out that that jar had acid in it. That's how they actually entered the school. They poured acid on the wall, like at the back of science school, and that's how they entered the school. They didn't come through the gates, obviously. So everybody lie down, lie down. Obviously, we're children. As in, this is children ages 15 to like 18 at most, right? So obviously, nobody would just lie down on the first instance. Then they started walking class by class and class by class, class by class. Um, yes, this happened. Mama, bring out my certificates, bro. This so they started entering class by class, and I think it's now we know that they had specific targets. So they were looking for people. Like they didn't just come to abduct random people. They had targets. They came to look for people that they wanted to abduct. So they were entering class by class, and I guess then, yeah, bro. Hold on, let me see if I can hold on, let me see if I can find my school uniform or me on a picture of school uniform. Fuck. How do you go back? Wait, how do you? Oh, okay. I need to. Yeah, yeah. It was. I'm good. I even want them. Give me publicity. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. Uh, where's my photos? Oh, actually, hold on. It should be on my phone. Where will I find this? Hey, bro. I think I don't know how much of proof this will show, but if you look down, straight down, you should see the emblem. This was 20. Hold on, let me check when this picture was. This was 2018. Maybe this was like 1 year or 2 years after the incident. 2018 in BMJS in Ikorodu. So, anyways, um, bro, when I tell you, okay, so they start entering all the classes, and as foolish boys that we were, right? We'll carry T square and drawing board. I don't know what I don't know what that was supposed to do or what we were supposed to use that for. But you guys to defend now. I mean protect and defend. So all the guys they carried T square drawing board thinking we were going to fight. But by the time they enter your class, it's gone, bro. There's nothing I'm going to do. Everybody on the floor, everybody lay down. They will check everybody. They didn't find everything. So before they will leave, they will shout, "Don't stand up, don't look up, don't look at our face." Then they will enter the next class. But foolish boys, we still go and pick. We go and look for corner, right? We'll, we'll pass corner and we'll go and look at the next class. So they went class, and the way the school is arranged, or the way senior school was arranged was that the bottom classes were, so it was like, how would I say it, like a U shape. It was a two-story building, so there was upstairs, downstairs, but it was U-shaped. So like there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there were 10 classes down, 10 classes up. So first five SS1, next five SS2, top five SS3, then some were like studio, uh like let's say TD studio, basic electronics, we had physics lab, we had chemistry lab. So the remaining five was just like that, you understand? Then there were like some offices here and there. So then there was teachers lounge at that top side, and there was also one at the top bottom as well. So they will now go from class to class. They went through all the SS1 classes, they didn't find. They now went to SS2. I think that's where they saw their first like the first person they were looking for. And that one they never hesitate. They carried the person, blah 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 blah. I think everybody they took was from SS2, but I think the way it was that night was that Pablo, before the whole class started, I mean before night prep started, Pablo had already, like, because there'll be some troublemakers and some shit now, so they'll tell some seniors to come into your class, you know, like some SS3 to enter some SS1 so that they will manage the class, or so that they won't shall be making noise, because obviously one hostel manager can't control the whole 20 classrooms, I mean 15 classrooms of students, especially because in each class there was like 40 students. I'm telling you, that school was big, and this was only like science school. So anyways, they went class to class, they didn't find anybody. They entered the SS2 class, they found the first girl. They entered the second class, they entered the third class, they found the second girl they were looking for. But the third girl was upstairs. That was where SS3 was. Now this is when everything became interesting because SS1 we don't get mind like that. SS2, you say big? What do you mean? 40 students in a classroom is not big. High. No, it's a two-story building, but it's still, as in, like, I'm saying the classroom size is big. But anyways, um, so the last person they were looking for was upstairs, and she was with the SS3 students. So and unfortunately, hostel managers used to do that thing that they'll put, one of the like best students, the good students, they'll from a junior class, they'll put her in a senior class. And seniors didn't like that shit at all. But as per hostel manager put you there, you guys go as a junior. So anyway, she was in the class, she was sitting in front of the class. Then when the SS3 students heard that, oh, this thing is not play, oh, like they were seeing everything that was going on because they were upstairs, so they could really see like the whole scope of everything down. So they first off light in all SS3 classes. And I think some SS3 students were not even in school as of then because WAEC was about to start, if I'm not mistaken. Or WAEC had started. One of those things, that thing that jam or WAEC that you have to go home to go and register or something like that, bro. I think it's jam, not WAEC. But anyways, some of them went around, so the class was somewhat scanty. So the first off light, then SS3 boys planned. Two will stand behind the door, two will stand like so the door will open like this, like inward. So if you're entering, the door is opening inward, not outward to you. So two will stand behind the door, two will stand by the door. Then the rest will not stay in the corner and they will use, I don't know how this worked, but table and drawing board. They will they will set it up like barricade, anyhow. And that's what they set up. So and the girl was, part of the what's it called, the barricade that they put. Like she was behind the barricade. Because obviously it's not girl that they're going to tell to go and stand behind door. So they put everybody behind barricade. They do this, they block the doors. And I think there was one particular guy that was going for as an SS3 student, Jason. And that guy is, I don't, that guy is one of the boldest, if not, would I say, courageous person I've ever seen. That guy was going from class to class, Jason Ebuka, to let everybody know that, oh, this is the plan, or this is what you're going to do, and this is how you're going to do it. So the guy with the AK was still downstairs, while the guy with pistol like two of them with pistol were the ones going from class to class. Then there were guys with cutlass. So they reached the first class upstairs, light off. I think they sensed that almost something going on here. So they first opened door. The guy that opened door was I think the first guy we gone. Open door. As he opened door, he didn't see anybody because the room is dark. He on light. As he on light, this ones from here pushed him inside. The ones behind the door hit his head. That one lose as it discombobulates first. Bang down everywhere, blood. Somebody say Berlin. So as they first discombobulate that guy, the other guy we gone first move back. Like he didn't enter again. Basically call for reinforcement. As in those are the guys we caught last now. So they collected that guy's gun. But mind you, by the way, there was another hostel manager, but during all of this, it was later that we found out that that guy, once he heard pop, 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 that guy flew through as a student's window, jackpot to hostel. We didn't see anything about Baba again. Like that's actually Baba. We didn't hear anything about the guy again. Anyways, so they first discombobulated the first guy. Like when they say they hit him, I don't know what they said they hit him with, but they hit him with something and like they hit the back of his head. So Baba actually knocked out, like off. They called for reinforcements, so the guy with cutlass came. Cutlass guy first badging, the guy with gun was pointing. Now they had seen the girl they were looking for. They first tried to use cutlass to wipe one guy. The guy dodged him. They tear the guy's shirt. I think we just normal pulling of the shirts, they tore his shirt and everything. But you know, when there's gun pointed, everybody now first mellow. But they are thrown out the other guy's gun, like outside the window. So that none of us really know how to use gun. This is the first time. So the tree is gone outside the window. And the guy that was slept was just on the floor. So they collected the girl after they had already pointed gun at everybody. Nobody really won challenge again. And all this while there was what's it called, watchtower. Like there was police in the school, not as an actual Nigerian police, but we had like vigilante. Watchtower did not hear one thing, not one. So what was the point? Anyways, I wish I could show you like how the school looks like so I can explain this thing better. Of the school? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, this is it. But Oh, he said the school fees was high. The school fees, I think we're paying 300K. Abi, am I wrong? 300K is a term, and there were 3 terms, something like that. Or it was like 300, 200, 200, or something like that. I think, yes, first term was expensive, then second term, like that. Wish I can show you. This doesn't do it enough justice, but you can see how big it is in this, right? This is the area. This doesn't do it justice, but you can see how big it is in this school, in this video. This section alone that they are still videoing is art section alone. This is art school here. This is the field. That side down, like to the corner, that's science school. That's senior science school. That side is main hall. The other side down is this thing. This is the new. So this okay, so this is hostel. I think this girls hostel. Yeah, this girls hostel. This basketball courts. This is the hall. To the right. You can't see it. Hold on, I'll replay it. I'll replay it. Huh? Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen a video. I've seen a video that actually kind of describes it. Yeah, on LinkedIn. I'm telling you, that school is massive. Like, it's a university type of school. Hold on. When I tell you, I'm not exaggerating when I say it's like almost 1 kilometer to walk from one place to another. Yo, can you see it? Cheesy, can you see it now? Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. Okay, Cheesy, can you see it now? Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's on screen. It's on screen. So this corner where we're looking at right now, this whole section, like, how do I describe it? From the trees down here to the trees up there, not the second line of trees, the third line of trees. That section alone is art and commercial senior school. This is SS1 to SS3 art and commercial alone. So let me continue the video. This section is art and commercial alone. Then you can see how big the field is. This field can accommodate, if I'm not exaggerating, at least 500 cars. If I say it should be double that, I believe so. This is the field. This is the school field. At least 500 cars, bro. Now, if you can see, I'm not talking about, if you look at like the inner left side, these small buildings just after the uncompleted one, that is senior science school. So you can see, so walking is at least a kilometer. On God, you can see at least a kilometer, bro. You see how big trucks are looking inside. So this side is like girls hostel. Then there's the let me pause this. To the right is the dining hall. To the left side is girls hostel. If you look at that down corner, it's like down, down, down. After the trees near the senior school. You look at that down corner, that's boys hostel. Like the one that is like a duplex, that's far. That's boys hostel. Down, 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 down. That's boys hostel. Then this was the basketball court. I think this is the field. Then we should move a bit. Then this side is administrative building. Then a little further down, this should be junior school. So where that coastal bus is, a little up is like junior school. So I'm telling you, this school is massive. Look at how small these human beings are looking like now. When I say this school massive, bro, it's freaking massive, bro. No, this school is at least maybe, if I'm not exaggerating, maybe like 5 acres of land, or like almost 10, maybe. Nigga, we had road network in the school. That's how big it is. So when I say that, no. Anyways, back to the story I was telling on the what's it called? So those guys now pointed gun at the SS3 students. They collected the girl, and as they were going, you know, the guy with gun carried the girl and was going downstairs. The cutlass guy followed him. As they were going, that same JC guy that was going from class to class to announce that what is the plan, that same chased down the guy with cutlass. Him, Keiku is in Canada right now. Him, Keiku, I think Apovili Jr. What's this other guy's name? Fuck. I think Ubokiri or something like that. Him, so like they were like 4. They chased down that guy with cutlass. They first, like, you know when they say they wipe your leg, come on ground, bro. Kicked his leg off the ground. The cutlass guy fell down. That guy be gone, started rushing down the stairs. So he rushed the girl down. They put the last girl inside of their Korope bus, and they left their 2 guys to first chop beating. Those 4 boys first started the beating. Then all the other SS3 boys, you know, there's only going to be few that first have mind. Those, as in, I think they even gave them like you know, funny enough, the school should have given them scholarship or something, but they gave them medal. Not even really gold, though, bro. I'm talking iron. They gave them medal. That's a bust my head. Yeah, it's university standard, bro. It's really, really massive. So I'm telling you, some universities don't even big reach this one safe. When a school has almost 2000 safe was small, because in my set, okay, no, 2000 was not small. It was about 2000 students in total. And the school was, every new set was increasing in numbers. I know at a point, maybe when I was in like SS1, the GS1s that were entering were like 500 GS1. Imagine. But anyways, so those boys that first have mind, they went to go and attack. They wiped the guy's leg. The cutlass guy tried to fight back. They actually caught one guy in his hand, but it wasn't like a deep cut. It was like more like a scrape. You know when you like use your hand to shield and like the cutlass just slides, so it scraped his hand. That kind of pee. So those first boys, they first beat that guy. Then with that SSU, hey, 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 hey. They beat the guy. Then that same Jason boy, as they put that last girl into the car and were driving off, Jason jumped from upstairs to downstairs. Now that one sounds exaggerated, but it really isn't because I've done it before as well. There's like a grass patch. So if you've done it before, it's not that scary, so to say. So he jumped from upstairs to downstairs and ran to Watchtower to go and let them know. And that was where Pablo was. That was where the ex-military this thing was because he trusted the rest of the night. You know, you said go tire and as per you, yeah, 60, almost 60-year-old man. It's not every night that you will stand there, and obviously, and that's what he used to do. He would just come for the beginning of prep, settle down everybody, make sure the everywhere is quiet. Then he can go and chill somewhere with his phone. So he went to the now went to go and tell Pablo that Omo, see what's happening. Oh, they've kidnapped this. Call the this thing. That's where you now see all these fat pot bellied fools. They coming with their local rifle. All those ones those ones are not jogging. Jogging and not as if they were jogging to go and chase them. Oh, they were jogging to come and meet the remaining guys. Pablo now called because they had walkie-talkie. So Pablo used walkie-talkie to let the guys at the gates know because they couldn't pass through that back again. Because I can't even remember why. Actually, I can't remember why. But I know they didn't pass through that back. So they drove through. Hold on, let me see if I can rewind. No. Okay, so you see this road by the basketball court. They drove by that road, then they drove straight down this other road. So like right angle. I don't know if I'm making sense. But anyways, they drove down that road, and that road leads to the gates. If you saw in the video, so they drove that way. The security men at the gate let these people go. I don't know whether they thought. I don't even understand why. But after that, the security in the school tightened up massively. As a like, you can't just carry somebody as a like they have to confirm from your parents first before they pick you up. But anyways, security let them go. Maybe it's because they pointed gun at them. Who knows? But they try use the front gate to leave the school. Pablo called called the security at the front gate. Say, don't allow them leave. Don't allow them leave. Security had already allowed them go. The girls were gone. Isha went to go and meet those two animals. The one that they first knock out, and the second one that they used that was holding cutlass, that's the lynch. They basically lynch that guy. Well, you see the guy eye. um. So after that, um, I think we now started hearing news that they had ditched the bus and they used canoe, which was very weird. They ditched the bus and they used canoe. What? Okay. Anyway, so they ditched the bus and they used canoe like into a creek, and that's how they eventually escaped that night. The rest of so they now call police. Police came to come and carry these two people. Then the week after that was crazy because they canceled class for a week. For 2 weeks, safe, I think so. They were not bringing food to us. Bro, I think that was the maddest time in that school, bro. They, we now started doing all this rubber band war that they were beating people anyhow for. We did rubber band war. We did this. You use carton to form shield, armor, sword. Some people even did gun like Tokwe created all this like rubber band gun with carton. Guys, shit that you have not seen before, bro. Nigga, somebody did their Omnitrix. Bro, the amount of dumb shit we did, bro. Then I think every day they were now holding like 1 hour praying session. 1 hour praying session every day to bring the girls back. Ah, bullshit. But anyways, that period after the kidnapping was like it was liveliest in school, bro. This phone are falling down, bro. At this point, I don't even know. But anyways, guy, and I see, and the stories from this school I've not even reached anywhere. Maybe I will do like a series to be explaining. Shit, I spent 1 hour 30 minutes on stream. God damn. God damn. Okay. So maybe I'll end the stream real quick, but let me just conclude on this story. So eventually, after which I don't think is constitutional. Hey, guy, English has been failing me of recent. I don't think it's constitutional or is even legal, but um, they tortured those niggas until they spoke. Like police in Nigeria tortured those niggas until they spoke. And they snitched on one of them. They found that one at his house. That one snitched on the rest of them. Then they now found them at one like uncompleted site or something like that. They rescued the girls, and it was at that time it was massive news. Then I think anywhere we're going, like if we had excursion or stuff like that, no, that one would be another day. So anytime if we're going for like events or like excursion or things like that, we now used to have like all this mopo and escort. Bro, Karachi was so fucking lively. But yeah, for the most part, that whole would I say the whole of this whole thing wasn't traumatic as most people will say. Well, at least not for me. It was borderline almost fun, right? Because shit that wouldn't know, and this was I think it must have been close to exam because I know they put off something, either test or exam. They put off something during that whole 1 or 2 weeks of break that we had so that they will find the girls. And that was the most lively time ever in that school. Ever, bro. We had dance show in boys hostel. I don't know about girls hostel because guy for a week, bro. The only sad thing is that for a week, guy, nobody could see girls. So like your fellow man, like your fellow man, they drag everywhere every day, bro. Then here, some guys had phone, so that compensated. Eventually, when I started doing video call, bro, guy, that shit was live, bro. That shit was live, bro. And you know what they advertise this school as? The place to be. Like that, no, like on God, that's their motto for real. The place to be. We say I never hear. We say I never hear. Nah. Well, anyways, I think I didn't know I'd spend this long on streaming, so let me conclude today's stream on that note. Yeah, maybe I can even turn this into a series or something. I can, because the amount of stories from this school, bro. If you know, you say every, if you even join mass to the school, school for negligence, trauma, everything, bro. But yeah, um, I guess thanks for pulling up. I concludes this section of the story. I even had a longer script, so I didn't know I was gonna take this long on the school alone. But that tells you something. Like this phone, you just won't break out. I can go mad, honestly speaking. But anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Same time tomorrow. Uh, actually, we might. Is it how far your Okay, let me show you. It's not. I've still been. I don't know what to do with it. I've just been looking at it since because it's paining me. Yeah, I'm not Mr. Beast. I swear to God, I'm not Mr. Beast, my guy. Hold on, let me show you. The PCL. Is that I should send it to you? Can you use this, bro? This is fucked up, like for real, for real. Fucked up for real. Like it's gone, gone, gone. It's like, see, guy, the mouse. I've never seen laptop that the mouse pad is popping out before, ever. I'm sure the screen is shattered, but it doesn't look so. It just looks bent. You know, one thing I never even tried. I never tried to plug it after then. Let me see if that works. Where is the battery in this P? It's a make I either practice for jam. Or if there was a way I could actually send it to. Yeah, this thing is. See, yeah, like, I don't even think this thing will won again, but no, like if there was a way I could, I will. Trust me, definitely. But cheesy. I'm a much love. Thanks for pulling up. Waga, thanks for pulling up. I think somebody else subbed today. Thank you so much for the sub. Thanks for the follow as well, bro. Thanks for the follow. Let me scroll up and see who followed earlier. Uh, Odyssey, thank you for the follow, bro. Thank you so much for the follow. Much love. I appreciate the P like mad. Thanks for the sub as well. Much love. W's in the chat. I'm gonna go off today, and we will see each other next time tomorrow, same time, every day. You know, 10 p.m. sharp. Yeah, gang gang. I'll be added to do the peace.